and it's a reading from a guy named Richard Rohr, and the book is called The Naked Now. And it goes, if you want others to be more loving, choose to love first. If you want a reconciled outer world, reconcile your own inner world. If you are working for peace out there, create peace inside as well. If you notice other people's irritability, let go of your own. If you wish to find some outer stillness, find stillness within yourself. If you are working for justice, treat yourself justly too. If you find yourself resenting the faults of others, stop resenting your own. If the world seems desperate, let go of your despair. If you want a just world, start being just in small ways yourself. If your situation feels hopeless, honor the one spot of hope inside of you. If you want to find God, then honor God within you, and you will always see God beyond you. For it is only God in you who knows where and how to look for God. I like that reading a lot because it reminds me that what I want to see outside of me, I need to work on inside of me. And that my starting place really is me. You know, not to beat myself up nor praise myself, but to just be honest and see myself. So if I want to see love, if I want the world to be loving, then I got to love myself. And on and on and on it goes. Right? And it's a beautiful thought. But where it's really powerful is when you see it in action. Is when it happens in life, I think. And so I was flipping through Instagram the other day, and I have to admit, I kind of like Instagram. Not supposed to, but I kind of do. And I was looking for just different things, and this thing came up on my feed, and it was an elderly, kind of in her 80s, 90s maybe even, old Southern white woman. And she had that look. You know that look? That kind of old Southern white woman look. Right? Like she's used to holding court, and everybody else is used to doing what she says. Right? And sitting right next to her was a kind of a young, probably in his 30s, big African-American man. Big dude. And he says to her, Granny, can you tell me your first impression of me? Well, it turns out this African-American man is married to her granddaughter. Right? So he says, can you tell me your first impression of me? And she was reading a book. And she said, what? And he said, can you tell me what you thought of me when you first met me? And she goes, oh, I was not happy with you. She goes, I didn't, she goes, you want me to be honest? I'll be honest. She said, I did not want my granddaughter dating somebody outside of our race. It made me very nervous. And she said, she dated you weren't the first person who was black that she dated. She dated somebody else before you, and he treated her terribly. She said, I despise that man. I was not happy with him at all. And her not being happy was like an understatement, right? So I was not happy with him. And she goes, so then when you got married, said, I was not happy that you were married into a black family. Once again, she said, you want me to be honest? I'm being honest. And then she said, but I'll tell you now, with a true heart and a true spirit, I was wrong. I was wrong. She said, there is not one other human being on this world, she said, except for my husband, my deceased husband. And she said, I had to beat the you-know-what out of him. She said, There's not one other person in this world that I admire and love more than I admire and love you. She said, you are so kind to my family and you take such good care of us. I wish the whole world, black or white, was like you. And the whole thing, that whole reconciliation, that whole deepening into relationship, from my perspective, comes because she was willing to look at herself and say, I was wrong. Not beat herself up, but admit she missed it. And now she sees. What kind of world will we live in if we all did that? If we were all just willing to say, you know, I missed that one. I didn't see you clearly. Give it a try today and see what happens. Amen.